Hello and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your weekend reading for April the 2nd and 3rd. And yeah, I missed the 1st. I missed April Fool's Day. We had major flooding here again, which was absolutely like crazy and really hard to kind of process and comprehend. Especially now it's like a really, really sunny day and it's one of those beautiful autumn days where it's just warm, but it's got that nice crispness, if I can say the word, to the air. So, which is kind of my favorite weather. So it's kind of like part of me is really happy because of the weather today. The sun is shining and we're in Aries season where the sun is exalted. But another part of me is like, trying to process everything that happened. As I said, we're on a hill, so we're okay here, even though our driveway's been totally decimated. But yeah, a lot of people, it's just kind of one of those weird things like life. The more something throws at you, the more resilient you become. But a lot of people have been devastated. They only just cleaned up from the last flood and just picking up and putting their lives together again. And for this to happen so soon afterwards is really devastating for them. So we were without power and electricity and water for a day and a half, which is nothing really. It's kind of like you realize how much you rely on technology and electricity really for, in modern day life. It's kind of fascinating in a weird way. But yeah, back on. So that's why I couldn't do the reading. It's a very long story to let you know that was why I couldn't do the reading. And yeah, my heart does go out to all those people that were really adversely affected by the floods. So let's see. I'm going to cast the net a bit wider because we're kind of talking to everyone around the world. So let's see what's coming in for the weekend, where we're going with this. Now, interestingly, I just want to tell you the little guide came in at the start of the reading and I said, okay, what are we doing today for this reading? And he showed me two bridges and they're both right. They're both for you, but they're both going in different directions. And the task was not to make a choice between which was the right path, but to converge these paths into one focus and then be able to move forward that way. So it seems like there is, whilst it might seem like I have to go that way or that way, and it seems like this polarity or even a binary kind of decision coming in here, it's saying that there's another option. Something can kind of come into alignment a different way. So yeah, that was kind of the message that I was getting for the weekend. So without further ado, I'll pull some cards. I'm just kind of getting the energy into the cards because they're feeling a bit quiet at the moment. I haven't used them for a couple of days, so it takes them a little while to get their energy back. But they're feeling pretty good now. Okay. The Hermit. Okay, the Hermit. This was actually really reminded me of the guide that I tuned into as well. The Ace of Cups. Okay, beautiful. There's a sense of going really deep and finding some healing at this time, which is actually really nice. Could have been some soul searching for some of you. The Emperor is there. So there's something beautiful. I think you're feeling very differently about yourself. I mean, the Emperor is the Aries energy. It's come out the amount of times the Emperor and the King of Wands or the Ace of Wands has come out in all the readings. They are the Aries energy. We are in Aries season. And it's kind of like, yeah, I feel you're going to be feeling very, very differently about stepping in and taking charge of your life at this moment in time. The Five of Swords, because there has been some kind of conflict inside your mind. But the Seven, and there still may be, but the Seven of Pentacles. So it's kind of like, don't necessarily believe some of those surface thoughts. We've got the Queen of Wands here, which is a beautiful energy. And again, it's another fire energy. It's more of an internal energy, whereas an Emperor is more of a let's go out and take action, very external, making something a concrete reality, making something a success. The Queen of Wands energy is more of the divine feminine of what is it that I'm wanting to attract. And so interestingly, the Hermit and the Queen of Wands are going inwards, looking within and seeing what's there, how you're feeling, what sort of, again, I kind of get there's a lot of information coming in deep down from that deep down wisdom inside of you, but also up and through your body. So the messages and the answers lie within you at this moment in time. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. And actually going in and finding how strong you truly are and going, I am the Emperor. And it's not gender specific, but it's like, I am strong. I can take charge of my life. I can do this. And so it's kind of this inner energy. And then the Five of Swords is that little voice, the little self-sabotage that says, no, you can't. But I feel like it's such a smaller energy. There's a little bit of conflict there. Maybe there's other people around you that are saying, no, you can't. Or there's a sense of feeling like you're not on the same page with belief systems or even communication styles with some people around you at this moment of time with the Five of Swords energy. But I feel like that's a smaller energy. It's kind of like just be aware of that's a bit more of a surface communication thing happening, whereas the Hermit energy is getting messages. It's a Virgo energy. So Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and the Hermit is about going very deep within. It's a deep analysis, and it's connecting to your inner wisdom. So it's saying go deep to those deeper answers, those deeper levels of those deeper messages, not the surface stuff of the Five of Swords where you might be getting a bit of negativity, but go deep within and find out exactly what it is you want, because there's something here that's asking you to take action with the Emperor energy. And with the Seven of Pentacles, this is a real Taurian energy of it's not rushing into something. It might have a long-term goal. It might be very carefully considered. It might be very thoughtful and pragmatic. It might, want to take your time thinking about it as well, And it's like a sense of where do you want to place these seeds in order to bring the growth that you're wanting to in order to bring the success that this energy of the Emperor, which is an aspect of you, is asking of you in terms of doing something and making something successful. Now, this may get reflected back to you by a person that is very strong in your life. The Emperor represents somebody who is an authority or is somebody that you can look up to almost. And it's kind of like, what qualities in them can I emulate in me? Now, some of you are very naturally just identifying with the Emperor anyway and going, of course, that's me. But yeah, I do feel like there's a very slow, deliberate consideration and planning of the next step about where you want to put your time and energy and money, where you're going to invest that. So the Seven of Pentacles is asking the question of, are you going to make time for something? Are you going to put money into something? Are you going to, how much do you want? Because something is calling you here very strongly with the Emperor energy and saying, want you to take action. So this is a bigger, this is a nice thing to ponder. It's a very, very nice thing to ponder. But I mean, the Emperor energy is saying is very impatient. It's like, I want to start this. So it's going to push this. It's going to keep pushing this energy. You're going to feel this sense to be wanting to do something or start something or make something successful or bring this kind of energy of success into your life. You're going to feel this because the Emperor's like, okay, are we ready? Are we ready yet? And the Seven of Pentacles is kind of like the practical advisor energy of, let me just go and look at all the options, work out the best approach, and I'll get back to you. And the Emperor energy is like the boss, which is kind of, you can see these two energies inside of you going, okay, but time is of the essence. I don't have heaps of time. I'll get impatient. This energy will grow impatient. So even though there is this careful planning and consideration, there is this still sense of moving forward. There's a sense of a push to move forward with it as well, which is interesting. So, with the Hermit energy, the Queen of Wands, I would say it's really great to spend a bit of time just even contemplating or thinking about this, even spend some time to yourself or go out somewhere where you can kind of connect in. So these are nice energies to come through. But ultimately, it feels like a really positive energy for me, very carefully considered next steps into success. So that's it. Look forward to seeing you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend and talk then.